So it has been a few days since we got back from our maiden voyage down the St. Johns River, but in those past few days we've been doing quite a bit of work. We have gotten a U.S. Coast Guard vessel check, which is like a voluntary check, so that way you can make sure that your boat is in ship shape. And so we had a few things that we needed to correct or fix with that. For example, we had some recalled fire extinguishers, and we were still waiting for our documentation from the Coast Guard that has finally come in. We are also doing all of our engine maintenance stuff, so that means that we're, by we, I really just mean Elliot, that Elliot is checking our gauges in our engine. He's changing our oil and changing our fuel filters, as well as cleaning our sea strainers. So he has been very busy, and I have been editing. So I am the main editor, and so that's kind of what I've been doing with a lot of my time, is editing videos. And yeah, we got our flag in for the Great Loop because we decided to just go ahead and do it, even though we're not really sure how far we'll get. But yeah, we've just kind of been taking these last few days to prepare, get our boat ready, and to finally just kind of get everything ship shape before we head north. Actually, right now we're in a cold spell, so this is good. We think this might be, maybe, fingers crossed, the last cold spell of the season, which we've been reading a lot of like informative videos for doing the Great Loop, and they all suggest to start heading north once the weather starts to warm. And so we think after this last cold spell will be perfect timing. So we are ready to get going. This is so wild. There's a manatee right outside of our boat, probably within 15 feet away from us. It is crazy. We are so close that we are able to clearly see like some of the scarring on its back from like motorboats that where the propeller hits the manatee, because they're such slow-moving animals. But it is, so it's kind of sad in that regard, but it's also really, really cool just how close the manatee is to our boat. Today is the day we leave the Marina. So today is the first day of our real trip. Kind of feels a little crazy. Feels very strange because we've been working for this to start going and start moving, and it's finally here. I'm really nervous just because of our lack of experience, but talking to all of the boaters that we have come in contact with over the past few months, everyone says the same thing. Like, oh yeah, that sounds about right. Like, you're kind of right on track, you know? Like, you bump into a dock, you lose your grill, you anchor in the wrong spot, and you kind of learn trial from error. I'm really excited for this trip because ever since we got locked down in India, I just feel like my soul has been put on pause, and it's been slowly draining. And the thing that kind of just jolts it and gives it this life and vigor is traveling and seeing new places and seeing new things. And yeah, and I'm just really excited to finally get going.
Wow, the day is finally here. We are finally leaving this boatyard. You know, nothing to it but to do it. Time to take that first step and jump. Definitely nervous for the trip, you know, because we're going one way. We're not coming back, and yeah, that just it's like our trip around the world, you know, going to Colombia. We were nervous, you know, how are we gonna keep going? Thank you for sticking with us through our travels, or thank you for joining new if this is something new to you. Hope you enjoy the journey. Yeah, take it easy, man. We are officially off on our adventure. I'm going back now.
So today we are traveling from San Mateo, Florida up to Green Cove Springs, Florida on the St. Johns River. It's about a 6-ish hour cruise for us, and we have 2 special guests aboard for this part of our journey.
Hi, I'm Carol. I'm Jen's mom.
Hi, I'm Pat, the old nanny on the St. Johns River with Jenn and Elliot. And we're going north up to Green Cove Springs. It's a beautiful day in Florida. And all you people up north, I know you're very jealous because you can't be on this boat like we can. Bye.
Destination for today, and it has started to rain, but it's actually really nice because it was getting a bit hot. Yeah, that afternoon heat was kind of killing us a little bit.
What do you think of our first day?
We made it! Plan over the next day is to basically just stay put for one more day. Today is a Wednesday. We're gonna leave this dock on a Friday and keep on heading north. Hopefully for more good docking, good weather, good anchoring, good everything else.
So the wind just picked up. It's 30 knots here and it's just hitting the side of our boat, so we're just rocking. Everything's moving. Jen's getting seasick. Ollie's freaking out. We're tied to the dock, so we're not going to move, but it's pretty nerve-wracking. Welcome back. It is day 2 for us on our one-way trip, and here we are in Black Creek. We aren't where we landed yesterday because it was a whole fiasco with the dock. Basically, the way that we were on the dock and the way that the wind was coming, the the boat just kept rocking, but then pulling against the dock, and then rocking back. And it was very stressful last night. This morning we left, tried to anchor a little bit away so the boat could naturally angle into the wind, which is how boats are supposed to be. And then our anchor dragged like 500 feet. We almost hit another boat. So then we moved up here to this small little creek. This is Black Creek, which is about an hour north from Cove, Marina. And it's so super chill here. But we actually took the dinghy out today. We have a special guest. My dad came out to visit, and we're gonna go fishing.
I made some chana masala, typical Indian food for us, and it's in the Instant Pot now, and we are cooking with our solar.
It is day 3 on our maiden voyage going one direction, and for today our special guest is my mom.
Hello! I'm Connie, Elliot's mom. Good old Rummy.
No, you can't go out.
I discarded.
I have this. Why would you go out?
It doesn't matter. I went out.
For when the donations.
Negative 30?
Negative 30.
I know the aces.
You look so happy. So Mom, after dinner tonight, what do you think about the boat and living on a boat?
Oh my gosh, it's amazing. I'm ready to come aboard,
Yeah.
you know, and live with you. You okay with a third mate?
We do have an
Yes.
extra bedroom.
All right, you know. Ollie, just as soon as we get this one ready.
Oh, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Oh, she knows how to smile pretty for the camera.
Good morning. It is day 4 of our trip. First one-way trip up the St. John's. We had some problems yesterday. The dinghy motor broke. I was going to pick up some more of my family, and so it was kind of a very different day. I was working on the generator in the morning because the generator stopped working, but we got the generator fixed, but we didn't get the dinghy motor fixed. So we had my brother and his wife on board for dinner, and then just chilling for a while. And they stayed on last night, so they were the first people to stay on board our boat, which was overnight, which is pretty cool. I rowed them out there back to the dock this morning. It took an hour and a half to row. It's crazy. But yeah, it's Easter Sunday here, so we're gonna go for a nice cruise, and hopefully it works out. We have a couple options. We're trying to get fuel today and kind of prep the boat for the big trip, but we'll see what's open, and we should have something fun planned. Well, it wouldn't be another day without something new. Every day we've had something new so far. Today's new thing so far, just this morning, has been our anchor getting stuck. When we tried to pull it up, like the windlass like jammed and it wouldn't pull it up anymore. So we had to move the boat around and we were able to get it out, but still a little nerve-wracking. Cruise today has been really good so far, and right now we're coming in underneath the 17th bridge into Doctor's Lake, which is the lake near where Jenn and I lived, and I've lived on one side of Doctor's Lake and then the other side of Doctor's Lake since I was 5. So This lake, you know, we've been in and around. We never really had boats going up, so it's pretty much just docks if we ever came, but this is pretty much where I'm from. It's definitely a lot different seeing Doctor's Lake from the water rather than from the shore. It's very pretty. It's kind of calm today, so it's kind of nice.
Happy Easter from Doctor's Lake. Alright, so we just laid our anchor in Doctor's Lake near Mill Cove. So we're gonna give it about 30 minutes to an hour to kind of test our anchor because the charts say that it's really muddy bottom, and we just want to make sure it's gonna be able to hold. With the weather today, we think it'll be fine. We put on an anchor alarm, so we should be good. So our dinghy motor has been giving us so many problems over the past few days. We've had to row, and by we, I really just mean Elliot. It's not a we, it's totally Elliot. And he's had to row so many times. I think he's up to like 3 hours of just rowing, and he's only done like maybe 6 trips so far. So he's done many rowing exercises, but even after we brought the dinghy motor to Elliot's dad's house, and together they worked on it for several hours and got it started and working, the dinghy motor is still not really working. So Elliot had to row again to go and get his dad and his sister at the dock, but he's a champ. He's continuing to row. Man, it's just wild. It looks like we probably are gonna have to get a new dinghy motor, which we're not really looking forward to getting because it's a few $1,000s, but that's okay. We will figure it out. So here they come from the dock. They are on the dinghy. Woohoo! Okay, quit barking. Quit. Hey. Good girl, sit. Sit. Be a good girl.
Ollie, we're coming. He's coming, baby.
Has been our anchor spot. But we haven't moved and our alarm hasn't gone off. We are about to get diesel for the first time, and so we are leaving our spot here in Mill Cove, which is on Doctor's Lake near Elliot's family's house, to go to Doctor's Lake Marina and hopefully not run into the dock. That's the goal. That's always the goal. And hopefully we'll be able to fill up our diesel tanks, refill up our water tanks, and get a sewage pump out. And then we'll be rocking and rolling again. You're looking at my cars.
Oh, I was rubbing a puppy. I don't need to look at your cars. You showed them to me.
That's so mean. Come on.
That was pretty straight up.
What dance move was that?
The Weekend.
Bye.